Good evening, Proxy Table Gaming fans. You're joined tonight by the Gobbo. This is the first of a new series where we're going to feature an artist and tell their story. We want to discuss their hobby, their experiences within our community, and we really want to help our viewers connect with the other creators in our community. So, may I present the Goblin's Grotto artist case file. And to get us started, we've got these wonderful little gribblies. They are horrid, but really, really good. So, this is the number one. This is Goblins, which, considering this is Goblin's Grotto and I'm the Gobbo, a Goblins is a good place to start, really. And what a disgusting way to start, really. Okay, so he does like his Death Guard, this chap. So he's been playing since 2013. Yeah, so he had 7th edition. He sold all of his magic cards so that he can buy into the game, which is it's a good trade, really. And yeah, he hasn't looked back. I don't blame him. But these demons, I don't know where they're from, but they are just vile. They all look really nibbly. And there's some bigger ones in the rotating platform. Yeah, they just look a combination between bugs, but also again like mini Great Unclean ones. Just horrid. I like the bases as well, especially the slimy sort of effect, and just putrid. So he was dragged into a Games Workshop store, Games Day Baltimore, USA. He had no idea what Warhammer was. All he remembers is that lots of people inside were shouting "Wah," which is, I can remember actually, I think it was 1996 or 7. There was a community church in the centre of Yeovil in Somerset, and there was a games day there, like a Games Workshop roadshow sort of thing, and there was a competition to who could shout "Wah" the loudest, and I very nearly won. I came second, but to win, what you would have won would have been a box of termagants, a plastic termagants. So if you can remember how old they are, this is the original termagants. Blimey. Yeah, I can remember that because me and my brother played on the Lizardmen side. So this must have been 5th edition. Yeah, 5th edition Warhammer Fantasy. So yeah, now awesome. Again, I do wish they'd do more of the road shows. That would be just fun. And Goblins here, feeling the enthusiasm of the community was addictive. Definitely, as an 8-year-old walking into a room full of other people my sort of age, pushing around these cool little models. Yeah, I was hooked. Awesome. So I think he's used the Yoo-hoo glue there on the demon on the right. So he is literally covered in slime. But everything about him is just rotten. Even the base, you've got the bubbling as well on the green stuff. Just really, really, attention to detail is fantastic. I don't like the little cleft palate sort of thing in the middle there. Kind of weirds me out a bit. But his eyes, where they're just like the dark, but they've got the pale grey sort of spot. It just looks lifeless. Not nice. And again, you've then got, I'm guessing that is a converted Helldrake. So again, using Terrorgeist model parts, you've also got the Ruggots. What are they called? Ruggots? Were they? I don't know. They were the End Times Nurgle beasties. Just, again, really, really smart. I love the rust effects that he's got on there. He wanted to be proud of his Legion. So I'm guessing his Legion definitely is Death Guard then. Dirty Chaos Scum. and he wanted to be part of a hobby where warfare wasn't just about winning. You could do other things in the hobby. So again, he wanted to do more narrative in terms of Death Guard. And when he realised that you could have fun doing that, that's when he, as he says here, he truly got into the hobby. Again, it's very, very similar to myself. I play more for the narrative and the stories that come from it. I've just noticed actually on the chap on the right, the fingernails are just absolutely grim. Ugh. Anyway. My word. That is horrible. I am lost for words on that. I'm not sure how... What is it supposed to be? Is that the disease coming out of its tummy? Ugh. There was a moment at the beginning of every project, like a shark smelling blood in the water. Yes, definitely. It's the sort of person I am as well. So if I get an idea, I go all in straight away. Either spending 3 or 4 hours rooting through the bits box trying to find one specific part in my mind, or writing army lists, or writing narratives. Love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, research, rabbit holes, image searches, forum searches, taking parts from different sources to create something new. Yeah, love it. And again, you can see the rust on here as well. I remember this model. This is one of the Creature Caster models that Tommy mentioned a show about 2 months ago, I believe. Really, really smart. Got to love a little bit of the old varicose veins there from straining from childbirth. Lovely. And we have a greater demon who's not looking his best. Bless him. Yeah, he's gone really, really pale. I like that. And again, all the different buboes and all again the maggots coming out of his mouth, the rust of the sword, and also then his like the bruising around his stomach wounds. Really, really smart attention to detail. It just looks horrific. So he gets a lot of inspiration from Instagram. So the hobby community there is fantastic. I really do rely on Instagram quite a lot. It's lovely to see what people can paint and what ideas people have. Everyone he's spoken to is more than willing to share their knowledge, which is good. And he wanted to create something that's 100% his own, which, yeah, it's bang on. So again, one of the things that I quite enjoy is putting something on the table that I put my heart and soul into, and it represents a part of my personality. So for example, my goblins, I'm a little bit capricious, I'm a little bit malicious as well, but also at the same time, most of the time, quite fun and silly, and it's nice to have that represented in my work. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, I think he needs a tissue. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with the base. So again, all the toxins, it's got like the river flowing through. So on the centre, just underneath his extended gut there, you have like the oil washing through the actual green slime. Looks really, really good. You've then got his fungal toenail infection on the left. Then he's got multiple problems going wrong with him. Looks like he's taken a shotgun to the stomach and arm, shoulder. Not a good place he is. And he's got then a big Nurgle sword that looks like it's out of Final Fantasy VII, with his tongue wrapped around it that looks more like a tapeworm than a tongue. Just absolutely grim. Again, all the bruising of the skin. Oh my word, you've got the yellows of the pus there in the boils. That is absolutely vile. What are you doing, goblins? This is horrible. Fantastic, but horrible. So advice for new beginners, don't force yourself, take your time and practice. You can tell with yourself the models that you've been going, as you've been going more and doing more of these Nurgle ones, you're getting more and more adventurous, and you are really pushing the boat out. So there's boils on the right there. Just I can feel the bile rising in my chest. It's horrible. For me, it's a community working together to make something. Yeah, that's... Oh, I need to go and have a wash, I think. This is horrible. You're never doing it on your own, even if you think you are. Yeah, goodbye to that. It's lovely, goblins, but blimey. Okay, so next up for goblins in his hobby, he's really scared by tanks. Which, I think, if you're used to painting skin, wood, leather, fantasy sort of things, all the flat surfaces that you're going to get on tanks can be really daunting. It's one of the things that I've only recently started doing is tanks, and the airbrush is a godsend. He is still in rabbit hole phase, so he's looking at how he wants to do it. If you're having visions of demons, goblins, you probably should go talk to a priest or a doctor. But corn demons of the ruin storm, yeah. I think you might become chosen soon enough, or descend into spawndom. But good luck. Here we go. Wow. So this is all his big demons, and they are just fantastic, aren't they? Let's see if I can identify them. So you've got the Great Unclean One from Forge World at the bottom left. You then have the Mother of Contagion, or whatever it's called, from Creature Caster. I don't know what that one is. You've then got Creature Caster, the Plague Disciple, or whatever it's called, Plague Herald, and then the Mears Miniatures. I think it's called a Death Maw or something like that. Asmodan from Cohen Terror Design. It is a fantastic centerpiece. It looks very Doom, not Doom. No, it does look Doom, but also quite Diablo as well. Yeah, and the green of the lighting is just... Is your room actually green in your house? I want to know this. If you just sit in the darkness in this green glowing light, boiling things in cauldrons, I'd love to know. Fantastic, so that is our first entry into the artist show here. So this is Goblin, guys. Please get on Instagram, please follow him, ask him about all his wonderful effects that he's using on his models, and go to Goblin's Hut Square site, where he is selling a lot of his rust and rust effects, and it's loads of great stuff on there, so I do really recommend it. And this is one of his quotes: "I used to think building and painting your own models was a scam. Now I guess I'm brainwashed." Goblins 2021. And you're seeing demons, which is not really good. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So if you want to see your work on this show, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to share and discuss your work. We want to spread the hobby love. So the idea of the show is to get more creators willing to show what they're doing and help everyone develop further and create more people to discuss. Really, really good. And in doing so, please like, share and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Instagram and Twitter. And thank you so very much for watching. We do really appreciate it. And stay safe. We'll see you next time.